is what they play at Chelsea. Hey, them passes! Yeah, I made one yet.
We're at Alvechurch where Heanor have just lost 1-0 to a late goal. With me I have manager Glenn Clarence, assistant manager Steve Hamilton and coach John Shepherd. Glenn, I know we said after Wednesday's game that the draw felt like it was a defeat. Today for me, I know we've lost 1-0. Feels like a draw. I think we've scrapped all over the park today trying to get something out of that, and I think the lads in there, even after a defeat, can hold their heads high. How are you feeling after that?
You hit the nail on the head, Tony. I'm feeling cold, to be honest. I'm absolutely wet through. Freezing cold. I don't usually come up with excuses, but I'm going to use a few today, I think. We're coming away to the top of the league. We've got Corey Bowler missing. We've got Calder Mid missing. We've got Joe Naylor missing. What else have we got missing? We're going to the warm-up. We're going to start a Rash. Rash pulls up injured. Going into the warm-up. Jordan's starting at centre half. He pulls up injured. So that's 5 of your starting line-up missing straight away. And then in the game, you've got Heanor playing with an injury.
Yeah.
Simeon playing with an injury. Nick Hall playing with an injury. Credit to Alvechurch. They've pushed and pushed and pushed. And they've missed 2 penalties. But every single one of our players cannot have the Reds down after that. They absolutely gave everything to a man. Obviously, they're disappointed with the loss. They're going to be disappointed with the loss because of the way they performed, and they performed out of their skin. And like I've just said to him, we had thinking back, we had a full side at home against Alvechurch at the end of the season and lost 4-0. Yeah. I'm immensely proud of every single person that wore the shirt today. Absolutely superb. Put the bodies on the line, and massive, massive positives today.
Excellent. Steve, for people that weren't here today, there's one hell of a touch from, I think it was their forward Jordan in the box. Ash Lynch has had to try and get there, and he's caught him. Last man, red card. Penalty, alright, it's gone against the post, but then Alvechurch have continued to press. Is there any shame in losing when you know that it's happened with 10 men on the field?
Have a run! With the umbrella.
Well, there's no shame in losing because the top of the league for a reason, and that's they're competitive. They'll go right to the very end, and that's what they have done. So no, Lynch has had to make some form of attempt. I can't argue with it. It was a red card, and it was that's the way it is.
It is what it is. Okay, John, I can see you staring into the distance. I'm sure you're cold and probably want to get inside and get a brew. Today we've obviously played top of the league. It's the first time in a long time that we've had to play a side that are up and around us. Is it another good factor that in the last 3 games we've conceded 1 goal? Are we now getting the habits right that will be able to be trained into the players that we can sustain for next season?
Spot on, mate. That's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to be organised. We're trying to be difficult to beat. That started to happen. You have to remember as well is we're introducing players to this level. I thought Ashley Lynch, he got sent off. I thought he was superb today, as they all were. So the goal is pulled off for 2 great saves as well. But that's progression. I don't like to look back, but like Glenn says, we played them at home just before Christmas. We didn't look convincing. Today, we've come to their place. They're pushing for the title. Mm-hmm. We've had elements against us, which happens in football. And for testament to the lads, they executed the plan to what the management asked them to do. Let's go on. Let's be positive. I mean, like I said the other night, it's a measure. Games like this measure our players. We learn about ourselves in the group of these players. I've come away today upbeat for next season already. They're there in the mix. They'll be up there. If they don't go up this year, they'll be in the mix next year. Right. So I'm upbeat. A lot of positive.
Excellent, good stuff. Glenn, on to Monday. Walsall Wood away, I believe.
Bring your boots.
Yeah, bring your wellies.
Bring
as
your
well.
boots.
Bring my boots. Yeah. I'm at work, so it means there probably won't be a podcast. Sorry. what we're looking forward to with that. I believe Walsall Wood got a victory at the town ground.
Yeah.
We need to just go back and get them 3 points back.
We're a different side, Tony. And I know what you're saying there, Bravo's right, you're right, what you're saying. You can't really judge us on today because we had nowhere near our strongest side out. So, by rights, with our strongest side, it might not have been 1-0 to them. But again, they've missed 2 penalties. You've got to take that away from them. But to say the side we put out, not so much the side we put out, the players that were missing, have conceded a late goal to lose 1-0 away at the top of the league is credit to them. Monday and Wednesday, again, I alluded to it earlier on in the previous podcast, that it's not ideal for us having a game Monday and then Wednesday. It's certainly not ideal with the injuries we're carrying. So, as previously said, we're not going to go and win the league. Maybe it's a time to blood 2 or 3 youngsters in one of the games. We might do that. We'll have to address it after today. But again, touching on today, good luck to Alvechurch on Monday against Hereford. Good luck to Hereford against Alvechurch on Monday. But we, like Bravo said, we're coming away with a heads held high today, and rightly so, I think.
Excellent. Well done today, mate.
Cheers, Tom.
Thank you.
Get off the pitch.